In the interior of Rajasthan, at a distance of 30 kilometers from Jaipur on Jaipur-Ajmer Road, lies a small typical village called Bagru. The village town is not popular for any palace or fort, but for keeping alive the 3 centuries old tradition of printing with the splendid efforts of artisans. It is unique for its indigenous style of printing with natural colors and wooden blocks known as Bagru printing. As the tale unfolds, more than 400 years ago, the Thakur decided to develop Bagru as a center for block printing and brought printers from Savai Madhopur and nearby areas. The printers, locally known as Chipa, came for the loyal patronage. The presence of abundant water in the overflowing Sanjari River and its clean sunny riverbed led to the settlement of the Chipas. Today, though the river runs dry, these artisans thrive in Bagru, practicing their same methods of the past, thus ensuring survival of the traditional art. The bank of the river provided them with clay, which is an important ingredient in getting the base color of the famed Bagru prints. The artisans smear the cloth with fuller's earth got from the riverside and then dip it in turmeric water to get the beige-colored background. After that, they stamp the cloth with beautiful designs using natural dyes of earthly shades.
ये जो प्रोसेस है जो शुरू से चल रहा है तो 400 साल से है। कलर बनाने का, प्रिंटिंग का तरीका, डिजाइन में जरूर थोड़ा चेंज आया है, पर प्रोसेस हमारा वही है। वही कलर 400 साल पहले जो बन रहे थे वही कलर अब हम बना रहे हैं।
The process of Bagru printing seems very simple, but the practice of printing and working with natural elements comprises a complex series of steps that includes preparing the raw cloth, making dyes and colors, steps involving different types of printing, developing intricate dyeing technique. The process starts with a plain cloth. This raw fabric, usually containing different impurities like starch, oil, and dust, needs to be cleaned and removed initially for even and good penetration of color. Chipas require 2 days to prepare a paste by mixing cow dung, soda ash, and sesame oil and washes the cloth with this mixture. This step is called scouring or locally known as harisarna. This cloth is then washed, dried, and made ready for harada treatment. Harada is a seed that is considered to be the most important element of printing and dyeing technique of Bagru. This seed is powdered and mixed with water. Scoured fabrics are given thorough wash in this mixture, giving a yellow tint to the cloth. Harada has natural tannic acid in it that acts as a mordant for the iron of the printing color and resulting in formation of Bagru black. The treated fabrics are then squeezed to dry and laid down in the sun. Almost every stage requires the cloth to be washed with water and dried in sunlight. Nowadays, the used water is treated for recycling or charged into underground. Bagru is known for its mastery in the special printing technique of resist style called dabu. Its essence lies in printing with specially prepared dabu paste and then dyeing the fabrics. The prepared cloth is printed with dabu paste by wooden blocks. Thereafter, the printed cloth is dyed with natural color. This results in resisting dyeing in the portions which were hidden, and a printed effect is created in the fabrics. Each family follows its own secret of making dabu paste. In general, dabu is made by mixing lime dissolved in water, natural gum locally called bedhan, or the wheat flour spoiled by worms, and locally available black clay. All these are mashed well into a thick paste and left overnight. It is then strained into liquid paste, which is used for printing. The cloth is stretched on the table and blocks are selected to print designs on the cloth. There are 3 types of dabu, depending on the final result and the color required. Kaligar dabu, that is processed only once. Dolidar dabu, that has little more of gum, thus better adhesive strength, and can withstand about 2 trips to the dye vats. Gawabali dabu has oil and gawa seed powder added to the paste, which gives strength to the cloth to go through repeated dyeing. As dabu printing is completed, sawdust is sprinkled over the cloth before the prints dyes completely to avoid sticking with each other. Dyeing process varies depending on the color required. Bagru is known for its green shade that is acquired through 2 traditional methods. In the first method, the cloth is sent to the indigo vats, dipped, taken out, and dried in the sun. It is then rinsed in a pre-boiled and cooled solution of pomegranate peel and water that is prepared a day before. It is washed again and then rinsed in a solution of alum and water to fix the color and also for removing dabu paste. As the cloth dries, the bagru print appears. The other method is known as potai. In this process, a paste is made of pomegranate peel, turmeric, and sesame oil. The dabu printed fabric is held tightly, and with a piece of woolen cloth, the artisan generously applies the paste on the cloth. The fabric is then dried, dipped in a solution of alum and water. Quantity of alum varies according to the strength of the dabu. A fabric not treated with alum solution produces prints blurred and shabby. Bagru print is also famous for the use of 2 major colors, a red color outline called begar and a black color called shiai. For making the red outline, alum, geru, and natural gum are mixed together with water to make a paste. As a type of foam forms, ghee and oil is added to it. This is called red baigan color, and it is an important part of bagru printing.
काला कलर लोहे से वो जो खाने वाला गुड़ है इससे बनता है। इसको हम पानी में डाल के छोड़ देते हैं। जैसे आपने देखा इसमें डेट लगाई हुई है 7/5, तो ये अभी 1 महीने बाद में तैयार हो जाता है।
Black shiai is essentially a fermented solution of iron, molasses, gum, and the starch of tamarind flour. This paste, when applied on harada treated fabric, turns black on getting oxidized. Indigo is a challenging dye to use since it is insoluble in water. For making it soluble, it undergoes a chemical change. Natural indigo is boiled in power seeds and kept overnight. The next day, this solution along with lime is dissolved in the vats that are 15 feet deep and left untouched for a day. Dyeing starts only after that. More dipping in the water brings a deeper blue color. Today, artisans of various regions are using modern techniques to develop their craft. While traditional art form is replaced by modern tools, techniques, and synthetic dyes, many chipas have given up the art of hand block printing. Yet, there are a handful of artisans who engross themselves in their traditional and distinct art of dyeing and printing. As the world is waking up to environmental consciousness and eco-friendliness, this captivating and exotic art is getting recognized day by day.